Okay, everything's fine now. Perfect. Dear Mr. President, dear friends, good morning, good afternoon. Yesterday we finished late. It was, I think, 1:30, maybe even 2 a.m. Moscow time, but at least we worked productively, I think, to the benefit of our bilateral relations, I think, and our relations with the African continent as a whole, including thanks to you, Mr. President, because you participated actively in the preparation for this meeting. We have a good opportunity to take our time after the official events are over, and now we can talk about our bilateral relations. And of course, again, I would like to express my gratitude for your active participation in the preparation of the Russia-Africa Summit. As for the Russia-Africa relations, they are of strategic partnership, and cooperation between our countries is diverse and intensified political dialogue on multiple levels. And trade in 2022, the trade has grown by 16.4%, and I think that the number could be higher, but at this point it's $1.3 billion, and that's a pretty good number. There is an intergovernmental commission and various areas of cooperation that we covered: energy, industry, agriculture, science, and innovations. We also focus on expanding our relations and cooperation in education for 2023 and 2024. We will have more financial aid for African students, and it's basically the amount has tripled. We now have 100 openings for African students. We also coordinate our actions in the G20, in the UN, and other international organizations. This year, South Africa heads up BRICS, and we work within that format and benefiting our interests and deepening the strategic partnership between the 5 nations. And I am convinced that the meeting that you are working on right now will be very fruitful and effective. I have no doubt about that. We will do everything we can to support you and help you. This is what I would like to open with, and thank you for your attention.
Right into the early hours of the morning. It's wonderful to be working with a partner like you, because I'm a hard worker too, so that's very good. And thank you very much for hosting the Russia-Africa Summit. We believe that it was successful, most successful. It was well organized, and the outcome is very, very good. The declaration was well negotiated and well crafted, and it represents the views that the various countries that were here put forward together with your views, and I believe that we've got a declaration that can take our relationship between Africa and Russia forward. What is particularly pleasing is that Russia conducts its relationship with Africa at a strategic level, and it conducts it with a great deal of respect and recognition of the sovereignty of African states. And Russia has continued to be supportive of Africa, as it did in the past, even during the days of the Soviet Union. So we're very pleased that that spirit of cooperation continues, and we appreciate very much your own disposition towards it. When it comes to South Africa, we enjoy very good relations with the US, Russia at a strategic level, touching on a number of areas, and it's a multi-level relationship, as you correctly say. At the investment level, there are quite a number of Russian companies that are invested in the South African market, as there are companies from South Africa that are also invested in the Russian market. At the trade level, obviously we would like to see more growth in exchanges of trade, and the cooperation that we should have should now be much broader in the energy sector. Currently, South Africa is going through an energy crisis, and we could learn a lot and do a lot together with Russia on the energy side. On the science and technology side, there is a great deal that we can learn from each other. In fact, we can learn a lot from you. We want to look at areas like, even in the space area, we have a space institute in South Africa. You have advanced a great deal in space, and that is one area that we could cooperate, where there can be a sharing of skills. We very much appreciate the support that we received from Russia during COVID-19. Your own innovation when it came to COVID-19 helped to inspire even our own scientists. I remember you and I having a conversation after our scientists discovered Omicron, and we spoke on the phone, and you sent Russian scientists to South Africa so that we can exchange views. And I do believe that that was really impactful. So we thank you for that. On the education side, we continue to be grateful for the support that we get from Russia on education. And we would like more and more students to come to Russia, to come and learn across a number of disciplines. So the support that you've given to many South Africans who have been educated in Russia is quite extensive, and we value that. So we want to see that continuing by many-fold, not only threefold, by 10-fold and 20-fold. Yes, you're right, we continue to cooperate at the UN level. We discuss issues, and we are able to arrive at common positions. And we would like to appreciate your position about the issue of the representation of Africa at the UN level. We continue to be a continent that is not represented in the key structures of the UN, and we thank you for being supportive in that regard. And our cooperation also extends to the G20, where we are able to work together on a number of issues. And of course, at the BRICS level, we are delighted to have your support, as we are going to host BRICS in a few weeks. We agree with you, yes, BRICS should be held at the appropriate level, and we are in the process of preparing for BRICS, and we thank you for the support that you are giving and you are willing to give. As it is now, a number of Russian officials and ministers have been to South Africa to attend the various preparatory meetings that are taking place for BRICS. And we're hoping that the participation of all the BRICS countries would lead to a very good outcome. We are looking forward to a very successful BRICS summit, and thank you very much for your continued support in this regard. So thank you very much for having us in St. Petersburg. And let me also end by thanking you for the opening dinner that we had and the performances that displayed the culture of St. Petersburg were outstanding. But once again, I want to thank you for the last performance, because that last performance was African. It was fantastic, and I saw many people in my delegation beginning to dance. So that was good. Thank you.